Good afternoon, fam, or whatever time of day that you are watching. Welcome to Whimsy Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cam. We had a pretty heavy reading yesterday. I would rather find something a little more positive to talk about today. Because we can't be serious all the time. Totally serious all the time. So I've got my box of charmy things here and bric-a-brac that I have laying around the house, and I'm going to pull something out of here, and hopefully the reading will be related to it somehow. These are just to get an idea of what we may be talking about today. So we're going to ask the universe what you need to know today. So let me get my little notebook and get my little spiel out of the way. If this reading doesn't speak to you, don't worry. It just might not be for you. But if you were called to click on this video, there's a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. So it may just be one tiny thing I say that is there to remind you or help you. Keep in mind that energies fluctuate. What is likely to happen in the current energy may change when the energy changes, and it probably will change. The energy always changes. But what is likely to happen, it'll change in a couple of days. Probably. You are under no obligation to accept any circumstances that appear in the cards, especially those that make you feel unsafe. You have the free will to act, and these readings are only meant to give you perspective so you can act wisely. I will never, ever, ever tell you to stay in a situation where you are at risk. Okay? If you enjoy this reading, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Mean-spirited comments will be deleted because I am called to lift people up. We don't know. We can't know what another person is going through, what traumas they have experienced, and where they are on their personal journey. We're all just doing the best we can at the time. So no meanies. No meanies in the comments. No meanies. Although I often speak in medical terminology, well, I sometimes speak in medical terminology. I'm not a medical doctor or practitioner. Please see your doctor or mental health professional, because Spirit has gifted us with science. Okay? So science is here to serve us. The truth is here to serve us. It's a great thing. It really is. All the decks that I use will be listed in the description box, at least for this reading, will be listed in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, let's see what the universe has in store for us. What do we need to know today? You might have heard that noise just now. That was the dog shaking her head. It was her ears. Okay. Looks like some kind of fairy princess. Well, yep, she's wearing a crown, so some sort of fairy type person. We're going to put her down right here. Make sure you can still see that. Yeah. And if you don't know, I have a bunch of dogs and cats in this house. So you're going to hear cats playing, cats fussing, Once in a while, I may yell, ouch, because a cat climbs my leg. That does happen. I don't go looking for the cats. They just kind of show up. So, alrighty. Let's see. Which deck do we start with, fam? I think we'll break out Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed for a good start. These are kind of positive cards in my opinion. And we need something positive going on today, I think. In Southern Ohio, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day. The sky is super blue and the sunshine is super golden. And, you know, they're bringing the crops in. And so the corn and the beans are just the most beautiful light gold color. And everything is really dusty. So my car needs washing again. Okay, Thinker. The fates and not for you. Which is, well, let's see, if we, this was reversed, right? So the Thinker and the fates are reversed and not for, well, let's see. Let's see what happens. I thought I faced these all the same direction. I hate it when I don't do that. We'll see which one resonates because I don't know which way they're supposed to be. Well, we got 3 cards here, so I'm going to assume that the universe is doing a simple 3-card spread, which is past, present, and future. There might be some bridging energies between them. We'll have to see what happens. And on the bottom is co-create. Co-create. Would you like to see that? I hope there's not a glare here. All right, so we will set this off to the side for now. And what will we use to clarify? What do we want to clarify with? Well, let's see what the books, what we find in the cards first. Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be upside down. I don't think they're supposed to be reversed. I don't think so, because here's our fairy, and there is our fairy. So, yeah. Well, it looks like in the past you felt like something wasn't for you. Or, I mean, obviously it says not for you. But this, let's see. Now I got to put it where I don't have a glare on it. Okay. So there's a chess game going on here. Let's get rid of that cat hair. Chess is kind of labor intensive. It requires concentration. And maybe you always thought that there was a game going on around you and you just didn't want to be a part of that game. I mean, I've used chess as a metaphor for dealing with people for life before. And I just, yeah, who wants to live like that? Who wants to live battling all the time? Right? Let me see. We've got, you know what? I'm going to actually think I'm going to get my glasses. Hang on just a minute. My reading glasses anyway. All right, here's one. Oh, those are dirty. Oh, where's the other one? Okay, get one. Glasses. These actually match my outfit. So, all right. And I've currently got a glare coming right in on my face. This is a door here. let's look the fates. Well, obviously the first thing that comes to mind here are these stars. And it's almost like on this string, you have the stars on a string and they come down from heaven. And these remind me, I have a young cat. His name is Binks. And he's about 4 months old. And he is a cuddle bug. And he loves to get in bed with me every night. And I will wake up and he is laying right in front of my face. Like if I'm laying on my side, he will be directly in my face. And sometimes his whiskers wake me up at night, but he likes to cuddle. And he gets just right up there in my face. And it seems like that hope, you know, from the star, which is hope after the tower. It seems like it's trying to get right up in your face and comfort you. The thinker. The thinker. Well, obviously, overthinking things is not good. But the type of people who are thinkers, they can be really beneficial, you know. When you make a practice of being a thinking person, you seem to notice when other people need you. You know, you're more in tune with what's going on around you and why, perhaps. On the bottom was a co-create, and beneath that is come to the edge. This come to the edge card always reminds me of the Fool, because the Fool has to go to the edge of the cliff and be ready to jump. And, you know, co-create, it seems to say that maybe you won't have to jump because there's a rope here. Yeah, it's a rope. But when you come together and make something together, let's see. I was looking to see what this little vignette is right here. There's the egg here, and you know, we've had this as a theme. You know, you have to prepare the space for your eggs to hatch. You know, and it looks like this owl with its wisdom, and this cheetah with its fire, perhaps. Its ideas are coming in together, air and fire, action, to make something happen. And this is quite a big egg too. It's a big abundance, it seems like. And you're gonna, you know, make it. So let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Let's see. What tarot deck do we want? Well, I think I'm just going to go with Wisdom of the, no, wait, what is it? Tarot of the Divine, again. It shows up well on camera. Look at that. Now, this is from a past reading I did this morning for somebody else, but, you know, it's still, I picked the deck that happened to have the Empress on the bottom, pre-shuffled, before the shuffle. So let's shuffle a bit and see what happens. And I don't know how it is that in between readings, I forget how to freaking shuffle. Seems like. Let's move these guys up. Let's move the candle a little bit. Yeah, so the candle is here because at 6 a.m. this morning, a certain wildland critter decided to climb the power pole in my driveway and blow the fuse to the house, from the transformer to the house. And so 6 a.m., it was a huge, huge bang. It woke my son up. And I woke up when my fan shut off. And of course, Binks was in my face. And so we had no power from 6 a.m. to about 9:15 this morning, because the power company needs to come out and fix that. And it happens all the time. And the poor critter does not survive. So the poor critter needs to stay, well, out of, open electrical currents. Anyway, so the candle is out because we couldn't see this morning at 6 a.m. I don't know why I'm telling that story. It might resonate with somebody. I'm sure somebody has been, out of power with all the storms, so somebody can find a connection, I guess, between this reading and them. Let's cut. And let's do a little bit of this kind of shuffling. Oh, there's a card. Well, put that on top, I guess. Well, it doesn't want to go anymore. Oh, the 7 of coins. And we're on not for you. The 7 of coins. Let's go to the book, because I can't remember it seems to me this fairy tale is somewhat different than the normal meaning of the 7 of coins. It's Aztec mythology. Nana Watson, perhaps. The desire for a good harvest, though it might require sacrifice. Nana Watson must determine when it is right to be patient and when it is better to scrap everything and start fresh. Well, see, this resonates, doesn't it? If you saw my reading from the past few days, my readings were talking about death, the death card, and how it's like the warning before the tower, right? Reward, perseverance, decisions, investment, and fruition. Yeah, so I don't think that you listened to these people when they said this is not for you, whatever it is. There are a couple really good Chinese restaurants around here, and of course they give you the fortune cookie. And I always read the fortune cookie. I don't really like them. They don't taste good to me, but I always read the fortune cookie. And most of the time it doesn't necessarily resonate. But I think this time, you're just not accepting it, which is, it's okay. You have free will. I mean, this is exercising free will when you, against all odds, decide that you're just going to keep trying. You're going to keep trying and going to keep going. Sometimes that's really difficult, Sometimes you don't know what reason you have even to keep going. When everything gets so completely destroyed it doesn't really matter in your mind. Certain things that you used to do and make sure was always done, it's no longer necessary. And there's no reason to do it. And so it no longer serves you, and you have to cut it off. So I think some things you've decided to keep and persevere, and it's worth working on. And other things you just said, this thing is, it doesn't serve me anymore, and I have to just let it drift away. But there's something there that someone said wasn't for you, and you're like, hell yeah, it's for me, and I'm going after that thing. Good on you. Alrighty. I was going to go get myself a cup of coffee before I started. The DOG, because if I say the word, she will be trying to crawl in my lap, is laying here chewing on a BALL. If that's a noise you're hearing. It's like a rubbery plastic dog toy in the shape of a BALL. All right, Spirit, why is the 7 of coins here? Why do people need to know about the 7 of coins? What do people need to know about the 7 of coins? Past limitations, because that's the not for you card. Past limitations. The 5 of Cups and the Page of Cups. Well, yeah, I mean, you hit a speed bump, right? The 5s to me they're conflict, but they're also temporary conflict. They're a speed bump. And someone here or something is still taking up your energy. If you see how this, let me set that deck down. If you see how this hand is reaching up out of these the waters of emotion, right? And holding on to her dress and her hair, and trying to hold her down into these spilled cups, right? So somebody or something is draining on your energy. This is something that no longer serves you, right? But until you break free of this and, get this hand back off of you, this out of your energy, I don't think you're going to turn around and look at those 2 cups, right? You could miss them by accident. And it's really hard sometimes. I get it. It's really hard sometimes to get out from under someone else's energy when they're holding you back. Even after you've decided that you don't you can't do anything to help this person in the water. Sometimes they don't see it that way, or they have nothing else to look to. Yeah? So they're still holding on to you. The Page of Cups, that's, hang on, combine going by. Okay. This is a small message, a small gift. I don't know that this is a person wanting to give this to you. Maybe it's a gift you already have and you just don't realize it yet. It's something you can use. But he's got this cord around his foot, trying to slow him down, except, or even drag him forward. It's hard to say what that rabbit is up to. They're sketchy little critters. But at any moment, he can step out of it. He doesn't seem concerned. This card is something about playing with the moons, the embodiment of the moons. As well, that's the story, the fairy tale behind it. Let's see, Spirit, why is the Fates here? Why is the Fates here? Why are all those stars here? Why are the Fates here, please, Spirit? Why are the Fates here? Why are the Fates here? Woohoo! Okay, the Ace of Coins and the Knight of Wands. Let's just cover that up. We don't need to see that right now. What's on the bottom? The Eight of Cups. Yeah. So you have both the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So whatever this is, it's still lingering on and attached to you. And I think you're ready to walk away from it, right? You're ready to walk away and look for better things. That's something you want to do. Maybe you don't know how to go about it yet, but you're in a hurry. Oh yeah, you're in a hurry. Eight of Wands, right? Underneath it. That's the Firebird, I believe, Native American Firebird mythology. The Knight of Wands, they often rush in out of inspiration, and they don't quite have their plan together yet. They're in a big hurry, and sometimes, well, they just don't look before they leap, right? But they're fast. And man, this is basically pretty straightforward tarot. You've got the Ace of Coins, okay, or Pentacles, depending on the deck. So somebody's in a hurry to settle up some, to start something new and settle up the old in the 3D realm, in the earthly realm, the physical realm. I find it interesting that because we are human and we are on this planet, we are very, very preoccupied with the physical things around us. But the tarot tells us that that's only a very small part of all of the things that matter. You know, it only gets one suit. And, you know, arguably, you know, I mean, you've got, that's only 25% of the concerns and of the energy. So 75% is ethereal things, things that you can't reach out and touch. Okay, Spirit, why is Thinker here? Yep, she's squeaking the ball. Ooh, ooh. Oh, wait, she didn't hear me. Whew. She's squeaking the B-A-L-L. Spirit, why is the Thinker here, please? And there's another fairy. Well, maybe that charm was just to inspire me which deck to grab. I don't know. Which oracle deck. All right. Why is the Thinker here, Spirit? Okay. Five of Coins. That's really been coming out a lot lately, the Five of Coins. I think we're all just freaking tired, you know? We're tired of being alone. We're tired of being broke. We're tired of being powerless. This is the little match girl. But there's a congregation. Doesn't have to be religious. There's a congregation just on the other side of those windows. There's warmth and companionship and music. Good things on the other side of these windows. And let me see this real quick. Yeah, that's her last match. And a match is never going to keep you warm. But you got to use that match to, you know, light a fire. Light something bigger. Light some candles. All right, Spirit. Yeah, because on the bottom is the Ten of Swords. You know, you got to pull the swords out. Right? Pull the swords out. Because once you, the minute that you have the Ten of Swords and you decide you're over it, or you realize it's over, then the automatic next step is it flows straight into the Ace. Right? You go through the Ace through the 10. And you're done. You're done being the wounded dude on the ground, right? So it's time to pull the swords out and come back. You know, come back to the world. The High Priestess. Yeah. And you know this. This is something you know. It's just how to do it, I think. All right, Spirit, why is the Five of Coins here? Why is the Five of Coins here, please? Why is the Five of Coins here, please? Why is the Five of Coins here? Why is the Five of Coins here? Why is that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, because you had a tower. Yeah, you did. You did. I feel you, fam. I feel ya. Why is the Five of Coins here? Why is the Tower here? Ooh, woohoo! This one almost, wow. The Empress. Yeah, it's time. It's time. I did a reading for someone this morning. And she stands in the garden, the Empress is in this one. It's something Mary Guadalupe, perhaps. It was the vision of Mary that the children had. I can't remember. As I recall. Yeah, and look at all these roses. These rosins. They're all blooming around the Empress because they get what they need from the Empress. They're magic roses. Yeah? And so you can spread this magic just by being the Empress and going out among people. Okay. We want to clarify some more. What deck do I want next? Well. I haven't. I'm trying to remember if Shadowscapes has any nips in it that would show up on camera, but I'm not sure. Let's just use this. This is Stephanie Law, the Shadowscapes deck. She is one of my very favorite artists. She's a watercolor artist out of California. She has a new deck. I think it had a Kickstarter this summer. I can't remember, or she's still working on it. I cannot wait. Alrighty, Ten of Wands. Okay, and the World, right? So in the Ten of Wands, you're carrying a burden, a heavy burden. If you see, she's carrying this whole village on her back. But just like with the Ten of Swords, when you reach the Ten of Wands, you know it's time to put down the burden. Because you can't come through with your Ace of Wands, your spark and inspiration, which is new and fresh and passionate, until you put down these burdens, right? You've been resting all this time, probably. So it's time to put down the burdens, you know? And this World card, you know, see the circles in this? The moon is here. There's a circle of sky. And then there's the world she's carrying. Almost reminds me of the Two of Wands, where he's standing on the cliff holding the world. Or is that the Three of Wands? I think it's the Two of Wands because he's only looking at it, at the world. But here, she's almost pressing this world to her forehead. You know? You do that with things that are dear to you. Sometimes, you know, when you love somebody, you press your forehead to theirs. These are all green and growing things. She's wearing green. Green is for growth. It's for being alive. What is the term for that I'm thinking of? Wick. Being wick. It's like a Yorkshire slang for being alive. It's from The Secret Garden. Maybe that resonates to somebody. Either the book, the movie, or the song. There are colored sparks here. Yeah, yes. You got to see here, you've got the magic. You've got the magic you need. I mean, I'm saying metaphorical magic. But yeah, and it's flowing out of you or flowing to you. That big crown she has on, it's almost like it's sweeping, gathering the magic out of the sky. Sort of like, I don't know, the idea I had was sweeping spider webs. Sweeping up spider webs. Weird. All right, why is the world here in the Ten of Wands, Spirit? Why is the world in the Ten of Wands here? Why is the world in the Ten of Wands? All right. The Moon, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Three of Cups. Oh, let's do the Moon. Yeah. So we got the Moon in both of these cards. In this card, the person in the card, the woman in the card, there's no gender in tarot. They, hang on a sec, let's set this aside. And I'm going to put, yeah. she doesn't seem to mind being out there in the dark by herself. Usually I don't mind being outside in the dark by myself, and it gets very dark here. If there is no moon, it gets super dark here. It was super dark this morning when the critter blew the breaker, and we were trying to figure out whether that was the problem. Because we needed a flashlight that would reach all the way up to the top of that pole. So, you know, and here's our Fae again, right here. And she's in a fairy circle. Oh, there's Fae everywhere. And so, you know, she's not actually in total darkness. She has friendly light, friendly golden light around her. The Three of Cups, you know, and the Three of Cups, I see it as a group of friends. It can be a celebration, but I think it's more when friends or soulmates enjoy each other's company. And this one in particular, they've got some really, really big cups. They brought their biggest cups to the party, yeah? They're ready to have some fun, maybe get a little tipsy. Sure. And the Seven of Wands, which is a, looks like a fox of some kind. Yeah, a fox protecting its family from a badger. So let's get the book for this one. It's just a tiny book. It doesn't have large definitions, but it says, take a stand, defend what you believe in. The world is full of strife and stiff competition, and one must have courage in facing the difficulties that come. Yeah, again, it's time to stand up. It's time to stand up. And you have that power. You don't have to be afraid of this. You're ready. You're ready. Because look at the bottom of the deck. It's death. It's the phoenix. It's time to rise. Time to rise to the occasion. You know, time to shake off that energy that's trying to hold you back. Okay? It doesn't have to be a person. In my mind right now, I think it's a person. But it doesn't have to be. It can be anything that was a major disappointment to you. It doesn't have to be majorly disappointing in everybody's perception, but in yours it was. So, but yeah, you've got the Sun and Justice backing you up. And the Queen of Cups, the most love in the deck. The most selfless, wholesome, pure love in this deck. The Queen of Cups. Right? Justice, balance, you know, getting your due or taking your due and acting with it. Okay? This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at all this yellow. It is you know, it starts out small with this Queen of Cups. And basically, it's you. It's just you. You're the Queen of Cups. And you have just enough yellow to get started with. Dog, go lay down. No, go lay down. And then you get a little more. And then, bam, there's that blast of the sun. And it makes you get up and get moving. Yeah? That beautiful phoenix. I was so happy when I got this deck because I always believed that the death card should be a phoenix. After everything's renewed, you know, it's the phoenix. I resonate a lot with phoenixes. I think when you go through trauma, you really do resonate with the phoenix a lot. When you get past a certain point and you can get your ass back up out of bed and do the things. If you can sit in a chair all day long and not just give up and go back to bed. So, you're the phoenix. You are the phoenix. Gorgeous. All right, let's get let's get the Dream Witch Ritual Oracle cards for some advice from the universe. Let's see if it seems to be a theme lately about us getting guidance in our dreams. I discussed that in another reading. If you feel like you're not a person who has dreams, you do. Scientifically, you have dreams. But it's possible you don't remember it. You could be taking medication that makes it so you don't remember. You may be just conditioned yourself to not remember and to ignore the things that you dream. So if you want to remember your dreams every night when you go to bed, tell yourself, tell your brain, tell spirit that you want some clarification through dreams, that you would like some messages through dreams and to help you remember your dreams. And then in the morning when you wake up, think about it. You wake up, you've got just a slight grasp of something in the story, because you were just inside a story, right? You were kind of inside a movie when you're dreaming. And just try to grasp onto what you remember and think about it. Think about it. Let's see. Because you're a thinker. You're going to be a thinker. So think about it. Take note of it. Remember it. And write it down is even a better idea if you have time to do that. You know, and that way, over time, a couple of weeks, you might get an actual important message out of that. Okay, so some advice from the universe about, how do we say this? Good grief. Lots of loud trucks right now. I mean, I live in the land of monster trucks. I own monster trucks, so I expect monster trucks. It just seems like an awful lot right now, making a lot of noise. Okay, so we want to know advice about how we can clear out this energy, you know, and step into this power, to come out of hibernation, and to find our people, find our peeps, and just get moving. Get moving. Do the things, right? How we go through the next step of our spiritual evolution or our timeline. So advice from Spirit. Ugh, these are kind of slippery too. Okay, let's see. Oh, we didn't even shuffle, did we? Let's shuffle. Let's shuffle. Now that didn't shuffle real great, did it? As I've said in other videos, I went for years only having 1 or 2 decks of tarot. And so a lot of these are very new. There we go. That's more like it. And they all shuffle differently, and they all feel differently, and they're all different amounts of slipperiness. They all have different things they like to talk about. Or they're good for imparting. Alrighty. Now let's cut. And a few shuffles. 1, 2. That one kind of jinked up, didn't it? 2, 3. Surrender. Surrender to the journey. Surrender to the path. Do you see this? That is the waxing moon, I think, in this deck. Hang on, let me check the book. I just did make notations of that. Wanting. It's the wanting moon. Surrender. Yeah. Take your ego out of it. Spirit clearly has a plan. Let's see. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards. Well, assumably, if the cards cooperate, I'm going to see how many cards get thrown out. And this will be our advice for today. Forgive. Wow. If you see that tiny house, I hope this is focusing. Yeah. Sometimes people stay in our energy and affect our energy because we can't forgive them. You know? But what you have to realize is it's much easier to forgive people when you realize a lot of the times when they act. That was the kitten knocking the water dish over. A lot of times these things happen because of things that person cannot control. In this card, that person ostensibly has succumbed to the waters. Damn it. Another combine. Okay, so ostensibly this person is gone below the waters and they have succumbed, but they're still holding on to this grieving woman. It probably isn't their fault. They had trauma. They couldn't swim. And, you know, she couldn't rescue them. So, we need to learn to forgive people and then forgive ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it there. All right, Spirit. Give us another card, please. Advice, Spirit. Release. Yeah, let go. Let go of things. And prepare. This is the new moon. This is a new moon card. It was super cool. That's the card that made me buy this deck, I think. And on the bottom, we have illuminate. So we need to take a good hard look at why it is that we are holding on, you know, to this trauma. Sometimes we hold on to it because we don't know. We can't imagine anything there to take its place. And releasing it, it's letting the water flow, letting things flow. Always the same. Almost every reading I do, one of the lessons is let it flow. Yeah. Prepare. And you see that's a new moon. And see that world inside the egg? But the egg is broken. The egg is hatched. Where is the egg? We had the egg, didn't we? Where was it? Oh, it's here. So, no, that's not it. Am I losing my mind? Oh, wait, okay. It's in the co-create. Okay, so here we've got the egg, the great big egg in this card. And here's the egg once it's cracked open and revealed what's grown inside of it while we were resting. Man, this desk is a mess. I make a mess of my card piles, don't I, fam? But there's all sorts of pretty things starting to sprout inside there, right? And there's a beautiful night sky inside this egg, you know, but it's daylight outside the egg. And on the bottom of the deck, illuminate. This is a waning moon, I believe, in this deck. I'll have to look again because my memory is crap. No. Okay, this one's waxing. It's backwards to what makes me think it should be. That's waning. This is new moon, and this is waxing. So shed some light on this stuff. Don't keep it in the dark, and don't hide it, and don't feel like you have to hide it because you have a circle of friends waiting on you to, you know, somewhere in here, somewhere in this mess. There is a circle of friends. Where did I see it? Maybe it was backing up some kind of, maybe it was on the bottom. Oh, yeah, it's not there. Well, I have misplaced it, but it was here. I could swear it was here. Even if it wasn't here, I was supposed to talk about it, so it might as well be here. Yeah, shine a light on things and look. You know, illuminate. Go looking for the heat and the warmth and the companionship. Because you don't belong out in the cold anymore. You don't belong alone anymore. Backed up by synchronicity. There's no such thing as coincidence. So start looking for signs. Look for angel numbers, repeating numbers. Look for people quoting you back to you. In my reading yesterday, I made a nerdy quote about there being a disturbance in the force. And I texted my friend and I was like, listen, you got to listen to this reading because it kind of freaked me out. And she goes, yeah, I know. It's something at the energies. We're calling it a disturbance in the force. And I was like, oh, I actually said that in that reading. So yeah, there was confirmation. Synchronicity. I remember a very dear friend of mine who helped me wake up from hibernation, call it. We suddenly were both getting angel numbers all the time. And that's when I actually started taking angel numbers seriously. But he would go get something to eat, and his total for dinner would be $11.11, for example. I don't know if that was the exact number, but for the longest time, it was just 11.11. And then we hadn't talked for a very long time, and I was just getting bombarded with angel numbers, repeating numbers. Every single time I looked at anything that had numbers on it, it was repeating numbers. I mean, every time I looked at a clock, every time I looked at a speedometer, a receipt, a odometer, anywhere where you find numbers that are constantly changing. But there is no such thing as coincidence. If you start to see the synchronicities, you can kind of get a path going and spirit will start talking to you in synchronicities if you are already recognizing synchronicities. And balance. You know, the universe is going to tell you, well, they're telling you now, you're ready. You're ready. Okay? Don't worry about it. Because don't worry about a tower. Because this is a major arcana card. This is a major thing that the universe does to kind of kick us back into play, right? I'm not great at sports metaphors. I don't really do sports, but when we get off our path, this is something the universe does to make us jump back on the path. But that's not what you're having now. Okay? You're having a minor arcana problem, which are small everyday things. These are big life-changing things. But this isn't spirit. This is just minutia now. Anything quote unlucky that might happen to you. Now it's just random physical things happening in the universe. So keep your spirit up, because when you start to get down, you start to attract negative energy. But I think that these will go away, the tiny towers, because, this energy here where this tower came out, it's not the big scary tower. And yeah, they are scary. I admit it. They're easier if you're not afraid of them. But that's not what is in the future for you. Okay, you've done this already, and you've learned from it. But you just need to get back in the groove, you know. This will be how you got your groove back, I think. So yeah, let's look at the final message again. You forgive, and you release that thing, and you are no longer carrying it. Let's look. Well, there's that Three of Cups I was looking for. I knew it was here somewhere. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands. You can finally put this burden down. You know, forgive, release your burden. Okay, you don't have to carry it anymore. And prepare for abundance. Prepare for your egg to hatch, because once you get in the groove of recognizing that you're the Empress now. You went in the fire and you came out tempered by the fire. And so it's time to prepare to co-create. And maybe you're co-creating with a love interest, perhaps. It could be any other type of partner. It could be a friend. It could be with your pain. Artists do that a lot. They co-create art with their pain and looking at it from the outside, from perspective. And that comes with time. But Spirit's saying, prepare, because it's coming. Yeah. Oh, strangely enough, a Bible verse just popped into my head about, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. Regardless of what religion you are, always listen to the words of Christ in red, because they're the words that matter. And that whole big entire book, what Christ says is what matters, because Christ was an ascended master at the very least, or is an ascended master technically. And he went ahead to prepare a space for us. That's bizarre, because I very, very rarely quote the Bible. But I'll quote that book just as well as I'll quote any other book, if it resonates with someone. So this mess right here is your reading. Yes, I used to have a very organized, used to be very organized. And then the tower happened. Now I'm just like, nah, we're just going to be feral now. We're not going to care. So let me do this. I just had this idea. I'm going to shake this up a little bit, and I'm going to reach in here. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to reach in here, and I'm going to pull out one of these cards, and we're just going to close with it. I think it's this one. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. It's time to celebrate. Spirit says dance. That's the word that just popped into my head. Dance, like dance it out. Dance it out, like in Grey's Anatomy. Get yourself a big old glass of whatever. It doesn't have to be alcohol if that's not something you do, but and go find your people, you know, and celebrate the good things, because there's always good things. Somewhere, even underneath all the worst disasters, there's something beautiful. So this is your message today, fam. I hope it helps.